Hello, and first of all, welcome to my mom's paradise. I really love to sit here and to just spend time here and listen to the nature. So, I also thought that it would be a nice idea to make another tea talk instead I have coffee. I would like to continue with my tea talk from before about cities I lived in, and I'm gonna start with Milan. So, I lived in Milan for around 2 months. I didn't have good impression of people there when I just arrived. For those first few days, I kind of really felt, I would not say bad energy, but I just felt very cold energy and I just couldn't felt any emotions coming from them. But after a few days I realized that I was actually very wrong, because Italian people are actually very friendly and very positive people, and maybe the reason why I felt this kind of energy in beginning was because they're kind of very chill and just not caring that much and just living the life. So maybe that's why. Now, the architecture, should I really talk about architecture in Milan? I don't want to talk about Duomo or Gallery Vittoria Emanuele. I really enjoyed those tiny streets. I just loved passing by those and to take pictures of it. I had like hundreds of pictures, but now I just have 10 of those because I don't have enough storage. So yeah, I really adore those tiny streets. Not just in Milan, it's in whole, not even Italy. I would say in some countries in Europe, I just love those European tiny streets. Let's talk about Italian food. I really enjoy Italian food because it's very light and they are very minimalistic with seasonings and everything, and I really prefer that because, for example, in Serbia we usually make very heavy meals with very strong flavors, and sometimes I can even get stomachache from it. So that's why I really love Italian food. Now, the only thing I didn't like and I was annoyed of it was that they always have some holidays on weekdays and you never know about them. And it happens very often, and on those days you won't see anyone on the street. I remember once I was supposed to go to the bank and I went out of my apartment and there was basically no one on the street. No one. And I just kept going. I was like, I mean, I don't know what is happening, but whatever. Maybe it's too early. It was 9 a.m. or something like that. And yeah, the bank was closed, so everything is always closed and you won't see anyone on the street. But could I live there? I definitely could, because I really didn't felt overwhelmed or anything. I just felt very chill. So yeah, I could live there. And now let's go back to Asian countries, because I spent last 3 years mostly in Asian countries. So I'm gonna start with Hong Kong. Hong Kong was an amazing experience for me. I really liked the diversity of the city. There is so many activities to do there. If you're into hiking, there is so many hiking trails. If you want to go to the beach, Hong Kong itself has some beaches, but you can also take a ferry and it takes like 30 minutes to get to some small islands around Hong Kong. So yeah, I really enjoyed the diversity of those things. The only thing I didn't like about Hong Kong is that I kind of felt that people live for nightlife. Now, I'm not talking about nightlife just during the weekends or something, it's during the week. So people love to go out there even on weekdays. So yeah, that's what I didn't like, because I'm just not that kind of person who would go out every day. I don't even go out on the weekends right now. And yes, I can say that Hong Kong really has a wide choice of clubs and bars, and so there is the reason why nightlife is very popular in Hong Kong. So could I live there? No. The reason number one is because it's very chaotic, and I think I said this in my previous video. I'm not a chaotic person, so I really don't enjoy that because it kind of makes me feel very negative and stressed. So yeah, that's the number one reason and the only reason I wouldn't live there. But the food in Hong Kong was really amazing. I'm just gonna put the pictures and you will see. I would definitely come back there for another trip or something, but not to live there. The next country I'm gonna talk about is South Korea, and I was not sure if I should mention Korea since I spent 1.5 months in Seoul, and I just think that 1.5 months is not enough to experience the city and to make some impressions about it. But I really had an amazing time there, so I just thought that it would be nice to share it. The reason why I really miss Seoul and South Korea is because I really met great people there. They were also foreigners, but that really made my trip. But I was also in contact with some Korean people, and they are very chill and they don't care about foreigners that much as I noticed because I spent 9 months in China and I really felt that people really care about foreigners and they will always look at you, and I just really didn't experience that in Korea. Now, the language barrier, I know that people most of the time talk about that for Korea. I had a couple of situations when I just wanted to ask someone something on the streets and they just didn't know English, but you kind of use Google Translate and everything is okay, I guess. So it was not that bad as in China. Now the city itself is nice. I can't say a lot since I really spent like 1.5 months there. I just didn't have that much time to explore. But there is some interesting places around there like Hanok Village and Seoul. The thing I really liked about Seoul is that they really have a lot of cafes. Every cafe has a different story and different interior design, and I just really loved exploring those. And also I like the food. I mean, I don't mind spicy food, so that's why I like it. I really miss this bibimbap from the restaurant, which was very close to my apartment, and we would just always go there and have lunch there, and I just really miss it. It's the best bibimbap I ever tried. The only thing about food in Seoul is that if you want to eat some other Asian food, for example Chinese, I was craving Chinese food while I was there. I remember once I went to Chinese restaurant and I ordered wonton noodles, and guess what? It was spicy. So yeah, if you want to eat some other Asian food, expect it to be spicy. And the second thing I didn't like about Korea is weather, because I was there during summer, so it was very humid, raining for all week, and I just really didn't enjoy that. I mean, this thing is the bad thing about most Asian countries because it's usually always very humid during summer. So could I live there? I'm honestly not sure since I think I have to experience it once more for a longer period to realize if I could live there or not. And last but not least, and last for the best, Tokyo. Overall, I fell in love with Japan and their culture, but when I just came to Tokyo, I was really not amazed by the city, probably because I heard so many things about Tokyo, like really amazing things about Tokyo. When I came there, I was like, okay, what's the hype about? But the longer I stayed, I started falling in love with the city and overall Japan. And I was always looking forward to learn about their culture and their traditions. And I also started learning Japanese, which, by the way, goes okay. And yeah, I really felt 100% myself and very comfortable, probably because my personality is similar to Japanese people, meaning of very quiet, very calm, and also very shy. So probably that's why. The thing I don't like about Tokyo overall Japan is work culture. I met some people who would work from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., which is really bad and it can lead to depression or even worse, suicide. And this leads to second thing I don't like about Japan. They are really good with hiding emotions. When you just keep those feelings inside you, it can lead to worst things. So yeah, that's the dark side of Japan and living there. Now, could I live in Japan? I definitely could, but the only thing I would not like is to work for whole day. So yeah, if I decide to live there, I'm just gonna try to find some solution for it. So we came to an end of this video, and also this is going to be the last part of the cities I lived in for now, since I mentioned all of the cities I lived until now. So yeah, if you would like to see more of those tea talks and coffee talks, please let me know. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe, and see you in the next video.